My name is Ricardo Cortez, a lifelong resident of San Jose and proud Chicano lowrider that I get to cruise my abuelito's cars. I was a student at Santa Clara, now I work there doing marketing, and I continue my education at San Jose State. This city truly built me, and it's thanks to my grandfather for being one of the first Chicanos after World War II to settle his family in the McKinley neighborhood. But this year, I'm a 2022 Creative Ambassador, which means that as an artist, I have the honor of providing programs to our community, along with 5 other talented ambassadors. But my workshops are unique. I hold them in a small space that Google has given me in the center of downtown, where adults and kids come together to make artwork using historic lowrider photos, many of those from San Jose. Participants get introduced to art making, technology, San Jose lowrider history, and they remix all of that to create personal artwork. And I've had people come from all over, from Sacramento, Watsonville, even as far as Reno, which shows you how important and how powerful it is that lowrider and lowriding connects us. Lowriding, just like art, is meant to be seen, to be witnessed. No one builds a lowrider to keep it hidden in their garage. To understand lowriding, you have to experience it. But more importantly than teaching art, I'm trying to provide a space to pass on our traditions. Parents, tios, even grandparents attended and jumped right into the art making with their kids, sharing stories of their cars and memories of the boulevard. It's a beautiful sight to see when you got the old school and the new school from all walks of life coming together and sharing the same passion. You see, that's the only way that lowriding is going to continue, is if we pass it to the next generation. And 20 years from now, all of us here are going to be telling stories of this legendary day where we saw lowriders atop the City Hall Plaza, blocking off Santa Clara Street, and gathered a beautiful sea of gente to see the last no cruiser sign come down. And hopefully one day we get to see a historic cruising landmark go up. But to be honest, these signs, they never stopped us in the first place. But now they'll never give our future cruisers any doubt that what they are doing is illegal. They say that, like they said, we're the capital of Silicon Valley. It's even written on our logo. In Silicon Valley, people always think about technology. And just up the road in 1976, Steve Jobs was creating the first personal Apple computer inside of a small garage. And at the exact same time in San Jose, a red glass house named Confunction pulled into a small garage off Story Road and transformed into the baddest San Jose car of its time, called Technicolor by Manuel Garcia of New Style Car Club. And countless other cars share a very similar origin story, beginning in a garage. While they were innovating personal computers, we were personalizing our rides. While they were installing silicon chips, we were sealing our cars in patterns and candies. While they were changing the technology industry, we were revolutionizing the very definition of custom car culture in honoring our heritage. And this is not an us versus them, but for people to understand that we go hand in hand with the innovation that is born out of this valley. We are the capital of Silicon Valley and the lowrider capital of the world. Lowriding is woven into the driver's seat of San Jose. It's embedded in the streets that connect us, and it shines with pride like the flake that bounces off of our paint jobs. So I'm going to try a little experiment here. When I say thank you, you say San Ho. Thank you.
San Ho!
Thank you.
San Ho!
For inspiring the team of Lowrider Magazine, Teen Angel, Joe Hernandez, David Gonzalez, and his homies, spreading the vision of our lifestyle across the globe. Thank you.
San Ho!
Y'all can do better than that. For Baini Ruiz, hyping us up for Showtime, creating the template for car shows and super shows as we know them. Thank you.
San Ho!
For hosting the world's first national lowrider gathering at the fairgrounds, a tradition that Street Low continues to this day. And thank you.
San Ho!
For hydraulics like the ones pioneered by Andy and Ralph Douglas, letting us light up the pavement with our bumpers as we lift our headlights to the sky. Thank you.
San Ho!
And the list goes on, and I know there are more names and more places, but remember, I'm an artist, I'm not a historian, so don't come after me. But finally, how many original lowriders do we have here today? Raise your hands. There we go, let's give them an applause. It's thanks to these San Jose originals for not giving up on enduring profiling, abuse, racism, vandalism, stereotyping, and yet here we are, celebrating a lifestyle that has persevered for more than half a century in this city. Look around you. Today, we are the past, the present, and the future keepers of this culture, ambassadors to our community, and the kings and queens of this lifestyle standing on the shoulders of our OGs. Now, the workshops that I've had the honor of hosting are just a small part of that 60-year history, and my goal isn't to turn kids into lowriders, but just to give them a spark of inspiration, just like my parents gave to me, like my wife and I give to our daughter, like my in-laws give to their car club, and just like all of you continue to give to San Jose. Que viva San Jose, y que viva los lowriders. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rick. It is now my pleasure to introduce a special guest for the evening, Joey Flores from Cisco Kid, who is also the nephew of Sonny